ciki. Kara ya sa kwatu ciki shekara biyu da wani gwamna bai ba. Ka kashi biliyan ka tayi ka kwali ba su yan bakin ciki. Iguru kabu wai masu hasadu. Itin gamci baban sa Amadu da Ali wanda ke sa maza gudu. Ba cutar mu kai ba aiki ka kai da mun gani gashi nan ƙasa. Gwamnan kwarai Amadu Ali kai aiki kake yi da fassara. Aiki ka ta gwamna mun shaida kai ba ka satara.
Shelter is one of the basic needs of mankind. No meaningful development could take place without decent and affordable accommodation enjoyed by the citizens. Prior to the May 29, 2023, when the Ahmed Aliyu-led APC government assumed leadership in Sokoto State, both public and private accommodation were a big problem. Access to land in strategic locations was a monopoly of only a few individuals. Private land developers lack the zeal to invest in property development, while the few available government quarters, totaling 386, were sold without proper records of where the money are kept. The result was that shortage of accommodation was very acute in the state, especially among civil servants who spent over 40% of their annual income on accommodation, thus affecting their standard of living. For 8 years, the houses sold PhD on assumption of office evolved steps aimed at correcting those wrongs. To attain this laudable objective, the state government, through the Ministry of Lands and Housing, took it upon itself to commence the construction of 500 housing units at Wajeki town of Wamok local government at the cost of 7.8 billion naira.
This project is part of our promises to civil servants. And today, we are here to lay the foundation of 500 housing estates. Your Excellency, distinguished audience, this program was initiated by Aliyu Magatakada Wamoko administration. And since then, for the past 8 years, of immediate past administration, the program was abandoned.
The house's foundation stone was laid by the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Kashim Shettima, as part of activities lined up to celebrate the 100 days in office of His Excellency Governor Ahmed Aliyu Sokoto.
The giant airport of the Sokoto state government in its first 100 days in office is not only commendable, but is worthy of emulation by other states across the length and breadth of this country. I want to commend Governor Ahmed Aliyu Sokoto for starting so well. Beyond the housing efforts, the administration has constructed so many urban roads and completed a project, an overhead bridge, a flyover that he inherited from the past administration. 500 housing units initiated by
Knowing fully well that the construction of the houses alone cannot be completed without the provision of necessary infrastructure, government has committed large sum of resources to provide facilities such as roads, schools, clinic, water, electricity, mosque, firefighting equipment, as well as other vital needs that will create a lively environment for the comfort of those who will eventually occupy the houses. The housing units, which are in 2 and 3 bedrooms category, are adjudged as one of the best high-quality projects undertaken by a state government. Already, the construction work is in progress. Hope is high that their completion will be timely. Evidently, Vice President Shettima was short of words to pour encomiums on His Excellency Governor Ahmed Aliyu for the giant strides his administration recorded within 100 days in office. He described the housing project as a true reflection of quality leadership. Interestingly, work on the completion of the inherited Gidan Salenke 500 housing units, which was started during the era of Wamoko and was abandoned by the immediate past government, has commenced in earnest. The project, which consists of 100 units of 4-bedroom duplex and 400 units of 3-bedroom bungalow, is currently at 62% completion stage. Government has also acquired the 136 housing units constructed years back by the federal government at Kwannawa area at the cost of 1.8 billion naira, in addition to 233 million spent on the construction of perimeter fence.
When we took over the mantle of leadership in the state, as you all know, almost all government houses have been sold by the immediate past administration without building a single house throughout their stay in office. A situation that further aggravated the housing challenges being faced by our low-income earners who are largely civil servants. The immediate past administration inherited over 2,000 housing built by Wamako administration. all these houses were sold by the immediate past administration without profile record of how the houses were sold and no evidence of payment. In fact, we took over without a single house with the government. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in order to assist our workers and our low-income earners to own a house, and in consideration of the ugly trend about the government cutters, this administration considered imperative to award contract with the construction of 500 housing units at Wajaki village in Wamoko local government area. I am indeed happy to inform you that the construction is moving very fast, as most of the houses are at various stages of completion. I am optimistic that the project would soon be completed and handed over to the state government. We are also providing all the needed facilities at that housing estate, such as roads, water supply, Islamia, Western schools, markets, clinic, and playground, among others. The houses, when completed, would be sold on owners' occupier basis.
The houses were, however, commissioned by the former president of Nigeria, His Excellency Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, as part of activities set aside to mark 1 year in office of His Excellency Governor Ahmed Aliyu Sokoto.
Mudajingiri Hassan Marafa Dan Baba Housing Estate 1 hour purchased by the Sokoto State Government under the leadership of His Excellency Ahmed Aliyu Sokoto, PhD, FCNA, Executive Governor Sokoto State, was commissioned by me. We commission and dedicate this housing estate to the honor and glory of God, for the benefit of all those who will live here, for the enhancement of their social, economic well-being and welfare. So be
President Obasanjo, who is holding the traditional title of Yallaban Sokoto, commended the governor on the visible democratic dividends provided everywhere in the state. The former president, however, used the opportunity to encourage the governor to continue with the good work for the betterment of the state and citizenry.
I have nothing but to commend you and say that, as you said to me as we were coming here, that this facility can still admit of another 100 housing units with the space and the infrastructure you have in place. My advice is that as soon as possible, add those 100 units to make 236 or 238. Let me now say this. When you have a good horse, like the Sultan said, he wanted to hear from the horse's mouth, but he said the governor is not a horse. Well, I won't mind anybody calling me a horse. If you are talking about me from the point of work that I'm doing, And even Sultan went and said, look, a good horse is hard work and energetic. Then why don't you say that this governor is like a horse? If you don't want to say it's a horse, and is walking like a horse, and we should encourage him to continue to walk like a horse, so that when the time comes to seek the mandate of the people of this state for a second term, people will gladly say, this has been a horse that's running a good race, and we don't want to change him. Once again, I commend you. I congratulate you. I commend your mentor and congratulate him. When I came in yesterday, I saw and I watched on television 2 programs. One was the program of road commissioning. I think Shinkafi Road and another one, I think. I watched the distribution of mechanical items that are necessary for agribusiness. Governor, after you have taken care of infrastructure, what I call the hard infrastructure, which is the road, transportation, water, sanitation, housing, which we are doing now. The next important, or in fact the more important, is what we in Nigeria today call stomach infrastructure. And when I saw you on that yesterday, I said, yes, you have got it right. And today, of course, you bring us here for the commissioning of house. You know, after food security, after personal security, then there's food security, and there's health security. What is very important about health security is that health security takes a bit of food security along with it, because if you have good food, diet, the correct diet, then your health security is partly taken care of. Again, when you are living in good houses, your health security is partly taken care of. Therefore, I have nothing but to commend you.
This, therefore, total to 1,136 units of houses provided by the state government within 1 year. In order to benefit from the renewed hope agenda of the federal government, the state government has also allocated 16 hectares of land free for the construction of 250 renewed hub houses at Kwannawa area. This is in consideration of the immense benefit of the program to the citizens. When completed, majority of all these houses will be allocated to civil servants, while the remaining will be sold to public servants, politicians, business class, and civil servants of Sokoto State origin working under federal government on owner-occupier basis.
The 136 housing estate consists of 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom house, and 3-bedroom house. These houses were purchased at the cost of 1,820,045,844 naira, and were fenced by Amia General Enterprises Limited at the cost of 203 million naira, 318,101 naira 78 kobo. Our decision to purchase these houses is in consideration of the of shelter to human existence. We have equally provided all facilities that are necessary for occupants to enjoy these estates.
This marvelous gesture will certainly pave way for the civil servants to own houses of their own, thereby eliminating the fear of retiring from service without a permanent home. Apart from the construction of houses, plots were also identified at the proposed new city, demarcated and developed for onward allocation for construction of residential accommodation. This laudable commitment will surely go a long way in addressing the artificial housing deficit created by the past administration. Available records have revealed that there was no government since the creation of the state that has busied itself in provision of houses apart from that of Governor Wamaku than the current government of Ahmed Aliyu.
We have drawn a blueprint on our housing policy, which will be vigorously pursued, so that by the time we are leaving the state, we will be built a quite number of houses for all Nigerians living in the state.
Interestingly, the state government has also put in place necessary measures that will encourage private land developers from within and outside the country to come and invest in housing development. Already, plots were allocated to such investors at the proposed new city located at Kasarawa area in Wamoko local government. These giant strides, no doubt, will lead to the actualization of the state vision of house for all. No doubt, if the journey continues this way, Sokoto State will in no distant time become a reference point and a shining example among other states in terms of beautiful structures and high-quality projects.
Wasu sun kare gwamnati ba aikin jiha babu ko kwabo.